Hi, I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. In today's video, we're looking at the drive pedal that can really do it all, which is the Earthquaker Devices Palisades. Now, if you've seen some other videos, you'll know what a fan I am of this pedal, which is an Earthquaker Devices Plumes. This is, I guess you could say, a sort of scaled down version of the Palisades. These pedals, I think you can pick them up for, brand new, you can pick them up for about $100, £100, something like that. And they really are a fantastic sounding drive pedal. In my opinion, Earthquaker Devices make amazing drive pedals. Now, I tried the Palisades out when it came out in about 2014, 2015, and I was absolutely blown away with it. The thing about it at the time was that it was 250 quid. It's still £250, but at the time, £250 was quite a lot of money for a guitar pedal. Nowadays, £250 for a drive pedal is pretty standard, to be honest. And this pedal can cover so much ground that I think it's probably one of the ultimate drive pedals. So let's turn the pedal off and I'll play my clean tone. It's the sort of clean tone that I normally use. It's just on the verge of breakup. Now let's bring the Palisades in. The thing that makes this pedal really versatile is you've got so much going on. It looks complicated, but it's not. Once you get the settings dialed in, you're done. You've basically got two different drive circuits. You've got gain A and gain B. Gain B can be accessed by pushing down this button, but as soon as you activate the pedal, gain A comes on. And you've also got a boost as well. Now, for me, I would have preferred this boost to be pre the gain stage boost, but this is actually a volume boost, so you can use it if you're using a clean amp. You can use this as your lead boost, as your volume boost for your lead tone. So not only have you got two amounts of gain and a boost circuit, you've got these two controls here, one being the bandwidth and two being the voice control. Now let's start with the voice control, and I'll keep it on gain A for the moment. Let's bring it back to voice 1. Now, voice 1 removes all the diodes. So you get this big open sound. If I switch to voice 2, that's LED clipping. Voice 3 is MOSFET clipping. Voice 4 is asymmetrical silicon clipping. Now, all of these might sound quite similar at the moment. They're not, and I'll go through that in a minute. Voice 5 is symmetrical silicon clipping. And lastly, voice 6 is, I've got to try and pronounce this properly, Schottky diode clipping, something like that. Which is a more sort of fuzzy tone. If I bring the gain up, now personally that's my least favourite out of the bunch, and I quite like number 3, which is the MOSFET clipping. Now let me just play a couple of chords and I'll change the different clipping options as I'm going along. My favourite is voice number 3, which is the MOSFET clipping. The next control over here is the bandwidth setting. Now this sets the overall tone and gain structure of the Palisades, 1 being the thinnest setting with the least amount of gain and 5 being the fattest setting. Number 2. As we get to 3, it really fattens it up. 3, again, is definitely my favourite setting on this. It sounds great, and the compression that you get from it is really pleasing to play to. 4. So now we're getting into more the sort of fat, sort of fuzzy tones. And if I switch it over to number 6 on the voice setting, you do get more of that sort of fuzz tone out of it. And now 5. So not only that, you've obviously got the 2 different gain structures. Gain A is a lighter gain, while gain B is a more high gain but more focused. Personally, I really like gain A, but I can see gain B being useful for, you know, just when you need that little extra push. You've also got these 2 different modes, normal and bright. Now, and I found the normal setting great for if you're using single coils, like a normal Telecaster, and the bright setting is if it's great if you're using sort of more darker sounding humbuckers like this. So there's the normal setting, and here's the bright setting. So it really lets sort of darker pickups cut through. And you've also got a buffer which you can switch out on the top. Now the buffer on this really, really makes a difference. If I take the buffer off, it's a looser sort of sound. If I bring the buffer in, you get that sort of more tight, hi-fi sort of sound out of it. The thing that I think is absolutely fantastic about this pedal is you don't actually need that amount of gain. It's got a really nice sort of saturated sound, which feels great under the fingers without using so much gain. So it just cuts through the mix that little bit more. Now this is not a sponsored video. I bought this from GuitarGuitar yesterday out of my own money, and it was actually a second-hand pedal. Now brand new they are still about £250, but I picked this up for £150, and I think for £150 this is one of the bargains of the century. If you can find one on eBay and Reverb, I'd highly recommend checking them out. What I'll do in the notes is to leave a link for Reverb. You can click on that and you can go straight to the Palisades, all the Palisades settings. But I really think this is a fantastic sounding pedal. To pick it up secondhand for £150, which there's quite a few on eBay and Reverb at the moment for that sort of price, I think it's an absolute bargain. Anyway, I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. I really hope you guys got something out of this. If you did get something out of it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click on the bell button and you'll be notified of any future video that comes out from the Studio Rats. I'd just like to say as well, we've just reached 50,000 subscribers, so thank you so much to all the subscribers and anyone that's contributed to comments and all that sort of stuff. Thank you very much. I'm Paul and I'll see you next time. Cheers.